In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn a pair of too tight, straight leg jeans with a torn knee into super comfortable, wide-legged jeans with patches using a second pair of thrifted jeans and some leftover fabric scraps. So let's get started. Unpick the side seams from the main jeans. Then unpick the waistband and cut it 1/2 inch from the seam to give yourself some space from the belt loop, which will make it easier to sew later. From the second pair of jeans, cut 2 strips which will serve as the side panels. The top measurement is how much you want to add to the waist, plus 1 inch for seam allowance. The bottom measurement is however much you want to add to the hem of the jeans, and the length is the measurements of the side of the original pant. I added a little extra just in case. From the waistband of the second pair of jeans, open the seams in order to remove 2 sections to use as inserts. You may want to cut them longer than what you think you'll need to have extra to make adjustments. Zigzag or serge the side panels to prevent them from fraying. Line up the panels with the sides of the jeans with the right sides facing each other and pin into place. Sew the panels to the fronts of the jeans. I wanted the distressed hems to line up, so I started sewing at the bottom. I'm using a zipper foot here to get around the rivet, which is close to the seam. Iron the seams, then top stitch to help them lay flat. There was a tear in the knee which I patched, but I didn't like the way it looked, so I added a few patches to cover it, and on the other side as well to reinforce that knee because it was getting a little thin as well. To create the patches, first cut out a few rectangles. I used quilting cotton scraps, pin them in place, then sew them on in layers using a zigzag stitch. This technique is decorative, but functional too because each layer of patches and stitches reinforces the fabric. Once the patches are done, pin the backs of the jeans to the side panels. Then sew up the side seams. To prep the waistband, first pin down the vertical seams of the side panels to make them flat. Then trim the tops of the side panels and remove the interfacing to clean up the area and reduce bulk. Measure the gap between the waistband sections and add 1 inch or so for seam allowance. Cut the inserts to the correct length. Mine were 2 1/4 inches because I gave myself a little extra to compensate for the bulky fabric. Turn the waistband of the pant inside out and pin the insert from the second pair to it with the right sides facing. Make sure the tops of the 2 waistbands are aligned and sew into place. Sew the other sides of the waistbands together as well. This can be a bit tricky. Trim the seam allowances, turn the waistband right side out, and press the seams open to reduce bulk. Top stitch the waistband to the pant on the bottom and on the top. It was hard for my machine to sew through that many layers of heavy fabric, so I had to hand crank the wheel in a few places. But pounding the seams with a mallet can also help. For the hem, I wanted to keep the raw edge, so I trimmed the length of the panels, then sewed around the bottom with a zigzag stitch. But I wasn't happy with the hem, so I decided to add a distressed hem from another pair of pants I happen to have. Whenever I refashion anything, I keep all the odds and ends, and this hem turned out to be a perfect match for the original jean hem. To attach the new hem, I opened up the side panels at the bottom, then lined up the new hem with the existing hem and cut them both with a 1/2 inch seam allowance. Then I lined up the new hem with the panel, sewed them together, zigzagged the raw edges, and trimmed the sides. Then ironed and top stitched the new hem to keep it flat. Finally, I resewed the side seams and sewed a zigzag stitch 1/4 inch from the edge to prevent it from fraying. And that's it. We're done. And here's the result. These pants went through quite an evolution, and I actually gave up on them a few times, but I kept at it, and now I'm happy with the way they turned out. Refashioning is an imperfect art, and you never know exactly how things will turn out. But the beauty of being able to sew is you can keep working on it until you have something you like. So I hope this inspires you to try your own refashioning project, and happy upcycling!